For every hour you exercise, you will live 3 hours longer. Pretty good, isn't it? That's part of the Harvard alumni study. It was 2 hours, so they've changed it. Found out 2 of the 3 studies showed those that took the pills died sooner. Then we had some scandals, bad scandals. I'm Dr. John Scharffenberg, 100 years old.
Have you ever thought about why we're seeing a flood of chronic illnesses like diabetes, heart disease, and cancer growth? Why are we seeing an ever-increasing number of people with mental health issues like stress, anxiety, and depression? Moreover, why are we seeing an increasing dependency on pharmaceutical medicines? Pharmaceutical Exposed by Dr. John. Today, pharmaceutical companies are a multi-billion-dollar industry that wields enormous power and influence. Dr. John Scharffenberg, a 100-year-old healthy and renowned expert in the field of natural health, quite a long life, isn't it? Well, he has devoted his career to uncovering the mysteries of pharmaceutical companies and promoting alternative and more beneficial ways to deal with health issues. And we are ready to explore all of it. Dr. Scharffenberg, a naturopathic specialist, has uncovered very shocking insights about the agenda and policies of pharmaceutical companies, including their unethical work in prescribing their medications. Together, we'll investigate Dr. Scharffenberg's exposé about this big industry. We'll be taking a look at the historical backdrop of this business, the shift from curing illnesses to managing side effects, and the shocking truths about the industry's practices. We'll also be talking about the effect of the business's practices on our well-being and prosperity. In-depth analysis. The big pharmaceutical company's shift from curing illness to just managing symptoms was a deliberate choice that has had far-reaching consequences. By focusing on managing the symptoms, pharmaceutical companies have created a long-term market for drug sales at the expense of people's health. That's definitely inhumane. Furthermore, according to Dr. John, that is precisely what they needed to make more sales and more money. Now, if we look around, pharmaceuticals are one of the biggest industries and are creating a monopoly. He also mentioned that this approach has caused a flood of ongoing illnesses. By overseeing side effects, pharmaceutical medicines are not addressing the underlying causes of a disease. That simply means that people are not getting better. They're just simply getting more medications. This must be the point we all should be worried about.
I think we need to get doctors educated in nutrition. We need a good course in nutrition in medical school. They don't have it.
Dr. Scharffenberg's research has shown how pharmaceutical companies manipulate studies to get the results they want. And that's really concerning. They even fund studies that are designed to create positive outcomes regarding pharmaceutical medicines. And they cover harmful effects that could destroy their reputation. Moreover, they utilize their powerful influence to take part in designing the content of the study to shape it according to their will. This can prompt biased study results and a lack of contradicting work in medical examinations. For instance, a book or a study subsidized by the pharmaceutical industry might be intended to show that their medication is more successful than a placebo, disregarding different variables that might influence the result.
People keep disagreeing about nutrition?
Yes, they have. But the doctors, you see, don't have the training in it, the average doctor, so they don't know about it. Just a few people on the top know what it should be.
Apart from that, the pharmaceutical company's effect on medical experts is likewise a major issue. Dr. Scharffenberg has shown how pharmaceutical companies impact doctors and scientists. They influence them through advertising, sponsorships, and different types of promotions and recognition in their ranks and personalities, respectively. Also, this impact can lead to overprescription and misprescription of medications by doctors to promote one specific pharmaceutical company, which is highly risky for our well-being. As mentioned earlier, the connection between pharmaceutical companies and large food corporations is likewise a shocking truth that Dr. Scharffenberg has uncovered. These organizations purposely work to create a cycle of sickness, profiting from our poor health. Processed foods are designed to be addictive. And through the utilization of such food, we are making ourselves more vulnerable to chronic infections and serious health issues, which eventually leads to the point where people are bound to take pharmaceutical medicines to treat those diseases, eventually increasing drug sales and profiting the big companies. Apart from that, Dr. John Scharffenberg mentioned that pharmaceutical companies frequently affect medical journals and publications. They might utilize their power to influence publishing agencies and authors to suppress negative reviews or to promote positive ones. This can lead to a distorted perspective on the efficacy and safety of their medications. For example, a pharmaceutical company might write a paid journal to retract a review that shows their medication has destructive side effects. He mentioned that they even try to remove such publications, and eventually, the negative review, either on traditional media or new media, is nowhere to be seen. Shouldn't we all be really concerned about it?
Scharffenberg status, very poor. Another problem, we're having lots of groups of doctors working together. And the leader of the group gets the group together and says, now look, you have to see a new patient every 10 minutes. Otherwise, we aren't going to make any money on this. 10 minutes isn't long enough to teach anybody anything.
Dr. Scharffenberg has additionally revealed the pharmaceutical companies' act of secretly composing medical articles. This is where these companies employ authors to create articles that promote their medications without disclosing their involvement. This can cause misinformation and false information being presented as scientific truth. For instance, a secretly composed article with only one-sided information might claim that a medication is safe and effective, but in reality, it might trigger chronic diseases like diabetes or an imbalance in blood sugar levels. So, this act of spreading false information by Big Pharma without disclosing the likely harmful effects is highly dangerous for everyone. Also, Dr. Scharffenberg's work has revealed the dark side of the medical foundation. Medical schools are supported by pharmaceutical companies, specifically through heavy funding, which eventually influences the curriculum and manipulates the personalities and mindsets of future doctors. What's more, pharmaceutical companies maintain their hold on the business with such tactics that they provide funds and services to the colleges to maintain their power.
And I'm sure that the men over 75 shouldn't be put on statins, no matter what their cholesterol level is. And I'm sure everybody should be started on a lifestyle program before they even try the medicine.
He mentioned that financing given by pharmaceutical companies to medical schools and their educational programs could lead to bias in the education of medical experts. This can result in doctors being more likely to prescribe drug medications as opposed to considering alternative treatments.
Number one is tobacco. We've known that for a long time now. 1964 Surgeon General's report. Everybody knows not to smoke.
For example, a drug organization might finance a medical school program that trains doctors to recommend their medication for a particular condition like cancer, heart disease, or any other illness, without considering other treatment options. And by doing that, they are definitely putting everyone at risk. The pharmaceutical company's effect on government regulatory agencies is also a matter of concern. Dr. Scharffenberg has shown how pharmaceutical companies take advantage of their influence and power to get their medications approved by government officials, often without sufficient testing or safety protocols. This can lead to the production of harmful medications being endorsed and advertised to the general population. For instance, a pharmaceutical company might compel a regulatory officer to endorse their medication without conducting thorough safety trials. Are we really safe by taking such drugs? Dr. Scharffenberg's research work has also highlighted these big companies' role in the overprescription of medications. He has shown how pharmaceutical companies promote their drugs for off-label use, which can lead to overprescriptions and misprescriptions. This can result in patients being prescribed drugs that are not necessary or appropriate for their condition. He mentioned that a pharmaceutical company may promote its medication for a condition that it isn't approved for without disclosing the likely dangers and potential risks of taking such medicines.
Even now, the authorities who say you should be on statins say you should try lifestyle before you put the patient on statin. And most people aren't doing that.
In addition, Dr. Scharffenberg has exposed the pharmaceutical companies' act of price skimming. He said pharmaceutical companies often charge exorbitant prices for their medications, which can make them unaffordable for some patients. Nowadays, if we look around, medications are far more expensive than a single medical examination by a doctor. Because of this, people can go to any extent to pay for their medical bills and medications. These big companies are neither allowing nor letting people know about natural ways of healing the disease. In fact, they are making a huge profit from their human-killing drugs, often by increasing their prices.
Now, it's insane to give a person a pill and say you got to take this the rest of your life for a disease you don't have.
And usually all medicines have some side effects too.
They do.
Dr. Scharffenberg's work has also highlighted the need for greater transparency and accountability in pharmaceutical companies. He has called for more clear disclosure of clinical trial data, more transparency in drug evaluation, and more accountability for pharmaceutical companies that engage in unethical practices. For instance, pharmaceutical companies should be required to disclose all clinical trial data, including all the negative outcomes of the intake of the drug, and they should be held responsible for any unethical practices, such as secretly composing medical articles or promoting medications for off-label use. Dr. John Scharffenberg's expose about the pharmaceutical companies is shocking, upsetting, and a wake-up call for us all. The industry's emphasis on managing side effects rather than curing illnesses has led to waves of chronic illnesses. The business's control of research, covering up of side effects, and influence on medical experts are major issues. What's more concerning and dangerous is the big pharmaceutical industry's connection to larger food companies and its impact on the medical foundation, all of which are part of a greater trap of deception. But there is hope. By understanding the reality of these big profit-making companies, we can take control of our health and well-being. We can demand transparency and accountability from the industry. We can also choose natural health options that address the hidden reasons for infection. Deeper insight into the Big Pharma revolution. Now, firstly, to look better into the situation, we really need to take a step back and dig into the historical backdrop of the pharmaceutical companies. In the mid-20th century, pharmaceutical companies were centered around creating medicines that could cure infectious diseases like tuberculosis and pneumonia. They were effective. But as years went by, the business shifted its focus from curing infections to other personal gains and purposes. But thanks to Dr. John Scharffenberg, who exposed the reality regarding pharmaceuticals and provided several alternative ways of treating diseases, Dr. John is a renowned expert in the field of natural health. With a career spanning over 3 decades, he has helped countless people achieve optimal health and well-being through his innovative approaches.
Proper time. A variety, not all at one meal. You get too fat that way. But over a 10-day period, to make sure you get all the nutrients you should have. Eat a variety of different foods. So eat at the proper time a variety of natural, non-processed food.
Scharffenberg's journey started as a conventional medical doctor, but he soon realized the limitations of conventional medicine. He shifted his focus to natural health and wellness, diving deeply into the world of nutrition, herbal medicine, and holistic therapies. Today, Dr. Scharffenberg is a leading expert on natural well-being and health. He has created cutting-edge protocols that address the root cause of infection instead of simply treating side effects. His approaches have helped people overcome chronic health conditions, improve their energy levels, and enhance their overall quality of life. But Dr. Scharffenberg's work has not gone unnoticed. He has been targeted and attacked by pharmaceutical companies and their partners. However, he refused to be silenced. He continues to stand up against the injustices of the pharmaceutical companies and empowers people to take control of their own lives and health. Moreover, Dr. John Scharffenberg suggested many alternative ways to deal with drug medication to cure sicknesses. These approaches center around natural remedies and lifestyle changes that address the root cause of the illness. Alternative ways to deal with health issues. First and foremost, Dr. Scharffenberg focuses on the significance of nutrition in maintaining good health and preventing illness.
So the jury is in. If you're a vegetarian, you're going to have less disease and you're going to live longer.
That's right.
Now, if I remember right, the Bible says that was the original diet for man, a vegetarian diet. So it's like we were designed for that diet, and if we cooperate with that design, we're going to live longer.
Yeah, that's right.
A healthy diet rich in organic products, vegetables, and whole foods provides the body with essential nutrients to function properly. He advised avoiding processed foods, sugar, and artificial additives that can harm our health. Dr. Scharffenberg also suggested herbal remedies as a natural approach to health and wellness. Herbs like turmeric, ginger, and garlic have been used for centuries to treat various ailments. They can help relieve inflammation, improve digestion, and boost the immune system. For instance, turmeric contains curcumin, a powerful compound with strong antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. Essential oils are also a natural way to promote health, as recommended by Dr. Scharffenberg. They can heal the body and mind and be used to treat various conditions, from anxiety and stress to chronic pain and inflammation. Lavender, peppermint, and eucalyptus are popular essential oils that can promote relaxation, improve mood, and reduce stress. Dr. Scharffenberg additionally suggested lifestyle changes like regular exercise, adequate sleep, and stress management. By embracing these natural remedies and methods, we can make positive changes and start a journey towards better health and a happier life. So why not try it at least? Overall, by taking control of our health, we can break free from the cycle of dependency on drug medications and take responsibility for our well-being. We can start by making small positive changes to our everyday routine, like including more green vegetables in our diet, going for a daily walk, or practicing meditation and self-care. These little changes can have a significant impact on our overall health and well-being. Dr. John Scharffenberg's story is a powerful reminder that reality will always come out, regardless of how hard they try to hide it. We hope this video has inspired you to take command of your life and health and to search for the truth regarding pharmaceutical companies. Remember to like and subscribe for more such videos. If you have any questions or comments, kindly let us know in the section below. We'll see you in the next video.